DC regional the regional supervisor for 5 temples in the northeastern area, and he has a wife and a son who's in a medical school. So really exemplary example of living the grihastha life and yet living with the spiritual Krishna principles. And I'm very much looking forward to the lecture he's prepared for all of us today on the same lines. And I have had the pleasure of knowing him for close to 2 years now. And really just the nectar of his voice, it's just you'll see when he sings the kirtan. And there are people here who also know him. So if anyone wants to add.
I could read it loud. Yes.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. We would like to welcome Madana-gopāla Prabhu, a dedicated servant of Srila Prabhupada, whose Krishna conscious journey began in 1991 when he joined ISKCON Nairobi. In 1999, he received initiation from His Holiness Satsvarupa Dasa Goswami and has since served in numerous leadership, educational, and outreach roles. He currently serves as ISKCON GBC Zonal Supervisor for 5 US temples, co-director of ISKCON Communications for North America, and Assistant Minister for Fund Development. Professionally, he is in the IT field. He lives in New Jersey with his wife, Manasi Ganga Mataji, who is also a dynamic preacher and leader, having raised their 22-year-old son in a Krishna consciousness movement. They are living examples of successfully integrating Krishna consciousness and living in the world. Madana-gopāla Prabhu is especially known for guiding modern devotee families on how to practically apply scriptural wisdom amidst today's busy, complex lifestyles. Through his deep devotion, relatable insights, and inspiring presentations, he continues to uplift hearts and transform lives wherever he speaks. Please join me in warmly welcoming Madana-gopāla Dasa as he shares his realizations and practical wisdom to help us deepen our Krishna consciousness and apply Srila Prabhupada's teachings in our daily lives. Hare Krishna.
What an amazing voice you have.
You have a amazing voice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you will probably hear it.
He's the best
Yeah,
student
two
of the
kids.
class.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think that's a very comprehensive description of Prabhuji, but again, I don't know what else I can say, but Prabhuji knows me, almost 25 years, part of Tobacco congregation, so we grew together. So I have dual relationship, so I know almost he's like, just like his name, Madana-gopāla Dasa, I know, so he's little our Krishna of our own temple there. He has like multiple traits. I can't describe in an hour, but one of the traits you can see the presentation, the qualities. He is like not only pure devotee, but his quality is utmost in everything he touches, he does. And you will witness the kirtan, the speeches, everything like that. So we have done many projects together. Again, I don't want to take much time, but we started with like Charu Prabhu, who is part of Utah. We about 25 years back, we started like communication methods in our own temple. Starting MailChimps and many programs. We have a very small temple, but again, Prabhu is like one of the 3 pillars. Nilamani Das is our temple president, Shyam Das vice president, and Madana-gopāla Das is the 3rd pillar. So he has multiple roles. Definitely preaching and education is a big, is a specialty. And the second, again, I can go on and on. Our pastimes, many pastimes working together. But the second, the biggest thing is, I have utmost respect because he is God brother of my guru now. So my guru is like our past president, Shami Krishna Maharaj. He took my guru took initiation from Prabhupada, the first initiation and second initiation from Satsvarupa Maharaj. And that way, he's God brother of my guru. And you all know probably Satsvarupa Maharaj, right, who wrote the autobiography of Prabhupada Leela. So he spent hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks, Satsvarupa Maharaj ashram is like an hour, 2 hours drive. So he always is serving there. And, again, as you can see, he grew, to such a high level. So I have great respect. Thank you.
Thank you. I just go. Yes, I feel the warmth and love. This is my first time in Dallas. I've never been to Dallas before. It's a real pleasure to be here to see so many devotees, such bright faces, and such eagerness to practice Krishna consciousness. So it gives us a lot of encouragement that you warmly welcomed us here. So my obeisance to all of you. Thank you. So we'll do a little bit of kirtan now. And then after that, we'll have a little talk. That works, okay? Soft. It's okay. You can hear it, right?
Yes.
Hopefully we'll come with Dang at some point. That's okay. You can play kartas, right?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you for singing so beautifully. Hare Krishna. Wonderful, wonderful. So I think we can do a little bit more kirtan. I think as devotees are coming in, right? And thank you, dear devotees, for joining online. So I'll be sharing the screen. Let's put it on Zoom. We'll see who is it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Everyone sing. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Go Brahmanande. Hari Hari Bo. Wonderful. Thank you all very much for singing again. Very nicely. Hare Krishna. Okay. I guess we can start with the presentation. Maybe we can take this aside. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
And take this aside. Yeah, we can just take this up separately. Thank you very much. I will just bring this up. Careful. Yeah, there's a pin that came out. Just be careful. We got to rescue that pin. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Just going to share my screen real quick. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Okay, it doesn't work like that, does it? You know what I'll do? I'll share my other screen. Excuse me. I'll share. No, it'll share. It's sharing, but I'll do, instead of this share, I'll do a share the other screen. So what I'll do is, no, it's fine. It'll work. I just need to start the slideshow first, and then I'll share the screen. Let's hope that works that way. Okay, so slideshow starts, and then what I'll do is yeah, it's tricky with two screens like this, but I'll share it.
At the bottom.
Yeah, there it is. Screens. Yeah. So then they should. Well, just Prabhu, if you can check if my screen share looks good, like you're getting the full screen.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Okay. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, today we were thinking, what should we talk about? And I thought everybody's looking for one thing, that's happiness. No one's looking for distress. But we want to talk more about spiritual happiness, because we know that's the highest kind of happiness. I think everybody here kind of agrees. I don't need to convince you. The fact that you're here, I don't need to convince you that spiritual happiness is one of the top happiness, if not the highest kind of happiness, right? I thought we can cover these 5 key items, that if we cultivate 5 key items, that we can achieve, come closer to complete spiritual happiness. So the first item is called sadhana. Sadhana means spiritual practice. The second item is called seva. Seva means selfless service. And the third one is swadhyaya, which means scriptural study. You can say everything starts with S. Fourth one is called sangha, spiritual association. And the fifth one is called sadachar, means sober behavior. So all of them starts with S, even the English ones. Interesting, right? So I thought this is like a nice way to remember the 5, things: sadhana, seva, swadhyaya, sangha, and sadachar. If we put enough energy into these in a systematic way, we will find the foundation of our spiritual existence very strong, get stronger. And it'll help us weather the inevitable ups and downs of life. Anybody here doesn't have ups and downs in life? Everybody has ups and downs. Mostly downs. Very rarely some ups, sometimes some up is there. It's nice. But generally, we need strength to deal with life. And when you have a spiritual foundation, when you're strong in all these 5 aspects, then we'll do a lot better. Okay? So let's talk about them one by one. Sadhana refers to the disciplined practice of devotional activities that purify the heart and establish a connection with Krishna. See how it says discipline practice?
Continuously practicing.
Yes. Discipline, right. Continuity is hard to do.
Consistency.
And consistency, continuity. Consistency is hard. Lakshmana says yes. Lakshman comes from a very long lineage of very disciplined folks. He's like, yes, he's my kind of guy. To accomplish anything in any field, you need discipline, certainly for spiritual life. So that spiritual discipline is called sadhana. And it purifies the heart. It cleanses it, it makes it shine like anything. And you feel brilliant. And it establishes connection with Krishna. See? That's a symbol. Sadhana. So what are the sadhana's core practices? The number one core practice, chanting japa. We just did that earlier. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we chant japa. Then we did some kirtan, we did some of that as well, that you sang very beautifully. Then other things we could do is attend temple programs. It's right there. And the 4 regular principles, we avoid 4 kinds of sinful activities. So that's your core practice, right? In temple programs, you have arti, you have other kirtans, you get to do service, and it's really nice. If you go regularly, if you can't go temple, it's fine, but you come, this is like temple also. This gathering here like this is basically going to the temple. So this kind of gathering is also pretty nice. It's just the same. It's a core practice of our sadhana. Then another aspect of sadhana is regulation. You see, truth is there. Absolute truth is there. But how to be intimately connected with the truth, that is sadhana. This is what Prabhupada speaks in the morning walk. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, he who is temperate means regulated. Not going too extreme in any way, just consistent. Temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation. If you're temperate, I mean normal, regulated, that person can mitigate all material pains by practicing yoga system. We cannot practice yoga. Yoga means connection with God. There are many yoga systems. We cannot practice any yoga system if we are not regulated in eating, sleeping, working, and recreation. Krishna says that. Because we'll go too far. He says, don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Of course, I focus on don't eat too little. That's important for me. But don't sleep too much, don't sleep too little. Right? Don't work too much. That's the thing too. It's there. Too much work. It's such a thing as too much work, isn't it? We get burnout, complete, it really messes you up. Now, too much one person will be different from, it'll vary from person to person. What is too much? We should know our breaking point. Same thing with eating. Some people can eat a couple of bites and survive very nicely. And some people, a few more, eat a lot and it's still somehow, you need more and they remain skinny. And so person to person it varies, but every person has a normal median that's considered temperate. It's considered normal, like good for you. Too much. So this is important. That's regulation. Otherwise, we can't have discipline. Remember this discipline practice. So we have to have discipline in all aspects of our lives. Krishna says this. I'm not making it up. This is chapter 6, verse number 17. He says, one who's temperate and is eating and so on. This is his verse. So, how do we do it practically? So let's look at some practical tips, right? Set a fixed routine for chanting and reading. Anybody here chant Hare Krishna on a regular basis, daily basis? Everybody, right? I think everybody's chanting Hare Krishna on a daily basis. Yes. So you set a fixed number. You said, I'm going to chant this many times. At a fixed number, at a fixed time also is very nice if you can do that at a fixed time. Also, we want to have hearing and reading. We should read a little bit every day. If you can't read, don't like to read, that's fine. You can listen. There's so much. Today, there's absolutely no excuse. Back in the 80s, in the 90s, it was hard to get tapes of Prabhupada. It's like you need to have tape, you have a cassette player, you put on headphones. It's so hard to get those things. Nowadays, everybody's phone, you can get it. It's free. Everybody has unlimited data, and you can just connect to YouTube, listen to Prabhupada lectures, some nice uplifting Krishna conscious ISKCON lectures, or you can just get Veda base online. You don't need to buy anything. You just read it. Reading, hearing is very important. You should not be lazy in that regard. Okay. So we do a fixed number, right? And we want to have consistency in increase of focus. Remember, there's no such thing as too much focus. There's no such thing. You can be so focused and then you can still next day increase even more. Where you can really analyze, really think it through. What did I read? How do I apply it? What did I experience in the world today? Focus is very important. There's no end to how much you can improve in that area. So that's why I said increase the focus. So if you fix number, but you're constantly increasing the quality of your rounds, you're constantly increasing the focus in your life. Not only you'll do well in your spiritual life, you'll do well in your material life. 100%. Because you learn how to focus. Then when you have to face problems or to fix and come up with solutions, you'll do so much better. Because you learn how to focus. How you do one thing is how you do everything else in life. If you improve your focus in your work, you'll improve your focus in Krishna consciousness also. Vice versa too. So try to improve your focus, improve your quality of attention. Now what is the impact of all this discipline and practice and regulation? The impact is it cleanses the heart of anartha. Anarthas means unwanted desires, unwanted things, unwanted inclinations. We know we shouldn't be having them. We don't like to have these inclinations. We don't like our habit of being angry. We don't like it, but we can't control it. But we've seen when devotees practice Krishna consciousness, they actually change. It's very hard to change those things, but Krishna conscious practice, all these things, actually change. I've seen it happen. Sometimes I've seen one spouse, this married couple, one spouse will take Krishna consciousness very seriously. And then they'll say, oh, what happened to you? You don't get angry anymore so much. Like they'll notice things. They'll notice things. I should also do this. Then the other spouse also does it. But I've seen this happens all the time. Or a child comes into their life. For this child we need to be perfect people. We need to be much better than we were before. For the child. And they take up Krishna consciousness, they become much better. I've seen that happen too. These are turning points in life. So the impact is real. And you'll have peace in your heart. And when you have peace, peace is a prerequisite for happiness. Did you know that? You cannot be happy if there's no peace. No amount of money can make a person happy if that person is mentally not peaceful. It's true. Even the best ice cream in the world or the best sweet, you're eating it, but you have sand in your socks, you can't enjoy the ice cream because it's bothering you. That's not peaceful. We're not at peace. We're like, I'll go to the top of the mountain, it'll be zen over there. I feel it's zen, it's a nice view, everything's nice. No. The zen you find on top of the mountain is the zen you bring with you over there. You see? You have to have peace in the heart, otherwise you won't find peace over there. See? So, but peace, Krishna gives us the formula for peace in the second chapter. He says, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya, na cha ayuktasya bhavana, na cha bhavayate shantir, ashantasya kutah sukham. Without peace, kutah, he asks a question, rhetorical question. Ashantasya kutah sukham. Where is there happiness without peace? Ashantasya. But he says, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. If your intelligence is not connected with me, then you'll not find steadiness of intelligence. You'll not be at peace. And without peace, where's the question of happiness? That's why that core practice of chanting connects us with Krishna, but the quality of our chanting will depend on the other things that we do. See? So we'll get more into that some more. I'm just touching upon it right now, okay? Now, sadhana. Anybody remember what is the next one after sadhana? Seva. Good. Wow, good intelligence. Good memory. Seva. Come together and serve the Lord. It means selfless service rendered for the pleasure of Krishna and his devotees. Selfless service. Our biggest problem in this world is kama. Kam is most accurately translated as selfishness. The core of kam is actually selfishness. So how do we counteract, how do we neutralize that streak of selfishness in our hearts? Do selfless something. Something selfless do. And if you do selfless things for other devotees, you do selfless things for Krishna, truly selfless, then you'll have a very uplifting experience in your life, a very purifying experience. It includes practical and devotional activities. All right, let's get a little bit into this. What is that? So the whole point of seva, service, it's a means to connect to Krishna. Prabhupada taught us that seva is not just a physical activity, it's a spiritual act of devotion that brings one closer to Krishna. It transforms mundane activities, like materialistic activities that look like materialistic, but you're doing for Krishna, it transforms them into spiritual practices when you perform it with a consciousness of pleasing Krishna. Right? We're going to cook something anyway to eat. Everybody cooks. Every house in this neighborhood has a kitchen. Nice one. But not everybody's cooking for Krishna. We're all going to cook anyway. So do it for Krishna with the right mood, with the right attitude. Then the food is purified, our hearts are purified, and that act now becomes a spiritual act. Because the consciousness is to please Krishna. I'm going to offer this to Krishna, and he will like it. I hope he likes it. That loving propensity, that's what Krishna is wanting, and that he brings that out in us by doing something we're going to do anyway. You see? That's like in the Gita, Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, isn't it? You're going to do that anyway. Whatever you offer or give away, anybody know that Sanskrit? Whatever you do, whatever you eat, yad karosi yatra, yad juhosi dadasi, yad. So whatever austerities you perform, yad tapassasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. Kurusha means do it. Madarpanam, as an offering to me. So this reflects a sense of seva. We're going to do it anyway, might as well do it for Krishna. Now, of course, we mentioned that true seva is devoid of any ulterior motive. It's actually selfless. It's devoid of motivations such as fame, power, personal satisfaction, even personal satisfaction. I know we want to do something because we feel satisfied. But true selflessness says, I don't care if I feel satisfied or not. I'm going to do it because Krishna says he likes it. And even if it gives me a headache, I don't care. He likes it. That's true selflessness. You see? So we can take it to the nth degree. So instead of selfish motive, it's performed purely out of love for Krishna and his creation. We love his creation too. His creation means the other children of God. Srila Prabhupada often emphasized that seva should not be about what can I get out of it, but what can I give to Krishna and others. Right? So, some practical ways, right? Examples. We have some examples over here. Cleaning. You should clean. Cleaning temples, cooking for the deities, making garlands. There's some garlands over there. Okay, you made a nice garland. It's really nice. There's so many things you could do. Participating in kirtan, you did that already. You go out and distribute spiritual knowledge. You're doing that all the time. You go out and distribute books, or you share somebody, or you just invite somebody, come to this program. That's the same thing. You're extending your house, you're extending your heart. It's a community care. Giving Krishna to others is the best form of community care. You know, there's a famous saying in India, Manav Seva is Madhav Seva. Is that true? No. Actually, it is. It is true. Manav Seva is the best form of Madhav Seva. The problem is people don't know how to do Manav Seva. Prabhupada did nothing but Manav Seva. Isn't it? When Prabhupada left Vrindavan and he did seva to the whole humankind, what did he do? He gave Krishna to us. That is Manav Seva. People think, you go under the bridge in Calcutta and there's a homeless guy there and you say, what do you want? And the guy says, I want to smoke Ganesh Bidi. So you go out and get Ganesh Bidi for him. That is not Manav Seva. But they think that is Manav Seva. That's the problem. So Manav Seva is, the principle is correct. They don't know how to do Manav Seva. You see. So this is community care. Giving devotees, everybody's a devotee in one sense. Giving folks Krishna. Feeding the hungry with prasadam, caring for the sick, teaching others about spiritual practices, with the intention of serving Krishna. And of course, the impact, it purifies the heart of selfish desires and false ego. If you're feeling very puffed up, serve. Do something humble for somebody. Gradually that goes down, you see. Prabhupada often quotes this verse in Bhagavatam. He says, the supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the Lord. That is supreme occupation. That means the highest form of welfare activity. See? Now what happens when you do seva together with each other? It creates a sense of unity. Why do we feel united? This is my tribe. Because we served together. We chanted kirtan together. We broke bread together, took prasadam together. Prasadam is also seva. Honoring prasadam is also seva. It's also part of worship. It's very easy to do also. So this is, you see how seva does so many things for us. That's like devotees are like, some devotees are like, I don't want to read, but seva I can do. It's fine. Read also a little bit. It'll strengthen your foundation for the seva. See? The third one, you remember the third one?
Swadhyaya.
Yeah, we're just talking about that. That's right. Reading. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya, this is the word in Bhagavad Gita, refers to the regular and systematic study of Vedic scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other works by Srila Prabhupada. Okay? Now, why do we do this? Because it provides a philosophical grounding and clarity in devotional life. Why am I doing this? You see, our children, they ask us, why do we do this? Why do that? Why? 5 times they'll ask why until you feel like pulling your hair out. It's good. Shave, then you don't have to pull your hair out. But to answer that why, we have to know the answer. A lot of the times we lose our next generation because this next generation, they want clarity. And if we cannot provide it, we'll lose them. They will not want to do anything. The educated generation do not want to do something that doesn't make sense. We need to understand. We have philosophical grounding. Nothing is deeper in wisdom than Krishna conscious philosophy. Nothing. Trust me, you go out there and study everything you want, you will come back to this same point. Nothing is as solid as Krishna consciousness. It protects against doubts, misconceptions. It impresses other people. Wow, these guys who are just jumping around the street, they have a sophisticated philosophy. You know? Normally you don't see those two together. People who do dancing on the street, they can be very smart. They're very smart. It nourishes the intellect with transcendental knowledge. Prabhupada said in a purport in chapter 3, says, religion without philosophy is sentimentality or fanaticism. And philosophy without religion is just dry speculation, useless. We need both. You can't just do, religious activities and not have the philosophy. You need both. Krishna says. He says in the 4th chapter, just try to understand the truth by approaching. Approach who?
Guru.
That's right. Approach a teacher. Right? Tad vidhi pranipatena. You might be familiar with that verse. You know that verse? Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. The word seva is there. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tat darshanam. You approach a spiritual master. How do you know? Spiritual master is one who has seen the truth, who is cognizant, very knowledgeable. Gurum eva abhigachet. So tad vidhi pranipatena. Pranipat means what, do you know? Offer obeisances. Pra, forward. Ni, down. Pat, flat. Pranipat. It's so cool Sanskrit. Pranipat. That's how you offer it. Pranipatena, pariprashnena. Around the periphery, ask all questions about life. Pariprashnena. And then do some seva. Then it'll gel in your heart. Because the person, the guru, has seen the truth. And that's how it gets, parampara continues. But we have to understand the philosophy. See? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also made a very important statement in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 2. He says, beautiful verse, you should know this verse. It says, Siddhanta bolia chitte nakaro alasha iha hoite Krishna lage shudreda manasha. Siddhanta buliya chitte na karo alash. To understand Siddhanta, don't do alash. Alash means what? Laziness. Don't be lazy understanding Siddhanta, because iha hoite Krishna lage shuddrida manash. Your mind becomes very determined and strongly faithful in Krishna. It's important. In fact, that's the distinguishing characteristic between a low-grade devotee and a medium-grade devotee. Medium-grade devotee is much stronger knowledge. It cannot be shaken philosophically. See? We need daily readings. How do we do it? Daily reading, participate in discussions like this, take courses, Bhakti Shastri, sign up for these things if you can. And what does that impact us? It nourishes intellect, protects against doubt and atheistic arguments. Makes us very strong and sharp. All right? Fourth one, remember? Sangha. Good job. Sangha means spiritual association. Refers to the company of like-minded devotees who inspire and support each other in Krishna consciousness. This is important. Like-minded devotees. There are many kinds of devotees. We want to find like-minded devotees. Like-minded means what? Progressive. Devotees who are interested in spiritual progress, that's the devotee we want to hang out with. We don't want to hang out with devotees who are just interested in gossiping about how bad this other person is, how bad this is, that, and they don't particularly care about making progress. What do we do about such devotees? Rupa Goswami gives advice.
Yeah, we just avoid the avoid.
No. You respect them. From where? From a distance. That's right. He didn't say disrespect them. You respect them because they're devotees. Give them full respect, but from a distance. This is not for us. Who am I to judge? No. He's telling us to judge. Rupa Goswami is telling us, be careful, because see, we want to make progress with like-minded devotees. This concept of like-minded means I want to hang out with someone whose qualities I want to rub off on me. Because qualities are going to rub off whether you like it or not. When you hang out with people, the qualities rub off. It's like the pollen in the flowers. You may not see it, but it rubs off. We hang out. We are social creatures. We need to hang out with other people. So we choose carefully who we hang out with. Even we're so scared of if our children gets the wrong company, their whole life will ruin. It's true, isn't it? If our child's friend is the wrong kind of person, we know that'll ruin his life. Because we know how much impact our friends had on us, or how much impact we had on our friends. This is important. Sangha and how you choose the Sangha, how you go about doing it is really important. Okay. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. Sarva Shastra Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Isn't it? Even one moment with the right person can change you completely. Sarva Siddhi Hoy. All perfection happens if you got one moment with the right person. All perfection happens. So what are the types of sadhu sangha? What are the different ways we can do it? We serve together, hearing and chanting together, and 6 exchanges of love. 6 exchanges of love between devotees is described in Nectar of Instruction, right? Dadati pratigranati guhyama khyati prichati bhunkte bhojayate chaiva shadvidha priti lakshanam. 6 exchanges of love. Very simple. Dadati pratigranati. I'll give you something, you give me something. Something small, some gift, something nice. Guhyama khyati prichati. I'll reveal my heart to you, share my feelings in confidence. And you can also express yourself. Then you become strong. Now, in confidence means you don't tell anybody else then. Then you really maintain confidentiality. That's real sadhu sangha. So that's why we are careful of who we open up our heart with. You have to be careful. We don't open to everybody, isn't it? Isn't it? It's true. That's again, we have to be discerning. And the other one is bhunkte bhojayate. We exchange something to eat. Even that, we don't trust anybody also. Right? We don't just trust we trust those who are close to us. So, what are some practical ways we build relationship with progressive and senior devotees? We cultivate bhakti friendships. We'll gravitate towards the right people if our mindset is right. Otherwise, we'll gravitate to the wrong people if our mindset is wrong. So we have to watch our thoughts. And what is the impact that has when you proper sangha? Is essential for overcoming maya and strengthening faith. Because if sometimes we feel down in our spiritual life, our friends will save us. It's true. Say, hey, come on, you haven't come for 3 weeks, what's going on? They show up at your house. They'll take you. It's nice. Our friends save us. It's true. They're good friends. Okay? And they strengthen our faith. Because they will tell you something that, oh, this thing happened, and I really, Krishna's hand in my life. Yeah, amazing. It strengthens our faith. I'll tell you something. It's impossible. This can never happen, but it happened. And you can see that Krishna came in my life, for sure. There's no way all these things could have lined up like this. And I came across Krishna consciousness. No way. And then we share each other's discovery of Krishna's hand in our life. And then we actually get darshan of Krishna's hand. Because we see how Krishna operates. It's amazing. It strengthens our faith. And the fifth one, sadachar. This is also important for us to understand. It means proper conduct and etiquette as a Vaishnava, reflecting humility, compassion, and devotion. Okay. Means we have to know how to behave, how to speak, how to stand, what to do, what not to do. Yeah, Arjuna asked, right? He asked, how does he sit, how does he stand, right? Sita pragyasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava. Sita dhi kim prabhaseta kim asita vrajeta kim. How does he sit, how does he walk, how does he talk, everything. This is important. This is sadachar. How does he behave? Because see, someone can tell you theoretically how to behave, but if you know this person's behavior is first class, then you watch. All you need to watch. Follow the footsteps. He's behaved so nicely, or she behaves so perfectly. I don't know how to do this. Just watch her. See, she did that way, that means must be good. Because that person is known for their sadachar. We should be known for our sadachar. And if we don't know certain things, okay, we learn. And we improve. So, let's go over this. The foundation of proper sadachar is humility. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna. More humble than blade of grass, and you respect everybody. Amanina manadena. You don't care for whether they respect you or not, but you give all respect. We should not fail in giving respect properly. And if they give us respect, very nice. If not, it's okay. Don't stress about it. Prabhupada defines humility very nicely in the purport. He says, if you're not anxious to have the distinction of being recognized and honored, then that is called humble. If somebody recognizes you, you accept it graciously. But you don't become anxious that I wasn't recognized. You see, the anxiety shouldn't be. If anxiety means I don't have humility. You see, his wordings are very precise. So we don't need to be stressed about these things. How much time do I have, Prabhu?
Go on. Till 8:30.
Oh, 8:30, okay. Because I have quite a bit of material. This. I want to leave some time for questions also.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, the way we behave defines our level. What are 3 levels? Kanishta, Madhyam, and Uttam. 2 things define which level we are at. Our understanding of Krishna conscious science and how we behave. You see, all 3 have faith in the Lord. Kanishta has a lot of faith in the deity. But Kanishta doesn't see that the deity, the Lord, is in the hearts of everybody. And so, he will probably treat people roughly, talk badly. Doesn't know how to treat people nice. This is defining characteristics of a Kanishta grade. We need to come out of that, and we need to at least move to Madhyama, where we treat everybody very beautifully. A lot of respect, a lot of care, genuine affection, genuine consideration. That makes us Madhyam. Uttama means, of course, the next level, where that person has equal vision for everybody, treats everybody superbly, and her knowledge or his knowledge is so solid. There's no question of them shaking. Not only that, they can convince others. Madhyama, we also may never be shaken, but they may not be able to convince others. But if someone is very good in convincing others because of their behavior and their strength of knowledge and their conviction, that is called Uttam. So these adhikari levels, they're very clearly defined. So because we know what defines them, especially our behavior, we can choose ourselves where we want. We can choose ourselves because we can choose our behavior. Remember, nobody can force us to be a jerk. He behaved badly, so I'm going to be a jerk. No, you don't have to be. That's optional. You see, nobody forces you to be demoniac. Okay. So one of the core values is one, avoid offenses, especially offenses toward Vaishnavas, toward devotees, but avoid offenses to anybody really. So how are we going to go about it? We speak and act respectfully, resolve conflicts peacefully, and be truthful always. Don't be dishonest. Don't be dishonest about it. Now imagine if everybody is behaving so wonderfully, Sadacha is so nice, what happens? You create a harmonious community where Krishna's mercy flows freely in all directions. And when somebody steps in the community, they'll never want to leave. Isn't it? You're like, wow, this is the place I want to be. So if all of us started doing this place becomes Vaikuntha. Our community becomes Vaikuntha. Like, and there's no shortage of different areas where we can improve. We can always treat people better. People will never forget how you made them feel. They may forget what you said, they may forget the circumstances, they may forget the event, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Somehow, this person, this Prabhuji, every time I came in front of him, I felt so nice. I don't remember what it was, but I just feel so good. Isn't it? They'll never forget. That's because of this. It's very core. Okay, so what are the 5? Let's just recap real quick. Sadhana, Seva, Swadhyaya, Sadachara. Clear what these are? I'm going to drill down a little bit on sadhana, some more, okay? In sadhana, which practice is the most impactful? Chanting. It's a practice. That's correct. It's the most important, right? That's correct. Japa. Prabhupada said 90% of our spiritual progress depends on this one instruction of daily chanting our japa while trying to avoid offenses. So we have to chant japa and we have to do it well. Why? Because the holy name purifies. All the potencies of the Lord are in His holy names, right? Properly practicing japa strengthens all other aspects of devotional service. Namna makari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrarpita niyamita smarnika. So, how many of Krishna's different powers, potencies are invested in His holy name? All of them. Namna makari bahuda nija sarva shaktis. Every single one of Krishna's potencies, every single one is in there. His beauty is in His name. His strength, His renunciation, His wit, His charm. Everything is in His holy name. Nothing is missing. Sarva Shaktis. And there's no hard and fast rules also. In the Gita, Krishna talks about this verse, Maharshinam Praguraham, Giram Asmyaikam Aksharam, Yagyanam Japa Yagyosmi, Stavaranam Himalaya. Of all the sacrifices, of all the yagyas, I am Japa. He says, Japosmi, Japa Yagyosmi. Huh? Yagyanam, so japa, this is in the Gita. You have to look elsewhere. When you do japa, it's right there. Of all sacrifices, japa is the best. Just like of all immovable things, I'm Himalaya. 10:25. Nobody is more dear to Krishna than one who really approaches Him and chants His holy name. This is the best kind of yagya. So who wants to be counted among the most dear devotees of Krishna? All of us, right? Yes. So let us learn this Gita nicely, this principle. Now we have this framework that I always talk about called the 4 gates. I'm going to ask you something. Anybody know where that is?
No, that's
That's right. That's Sri Rangam temple. This big tower, is there deity in there? It's the biggest tower. What is that called, that tower? Gopuram. Gopuram means a gate. So if you look at Sri Rangam, right, they're like concentric walls, like squares. There's one big wall, but to go through the wall, there's this massive gate you can see from miles. But you have to go through the gate. And then you go inside, there's no temple, there's another gate. If you go through that one, and then you go to like multiple gates until you get in the temple, then you can see the Lord. You cannot see the Lord unless you go through these gates. So, for us to have successful japa, there are 4 gates. We cannot get darshan of the Lord in our japa unless we go through these 4 gates. And part of a japa is for us to connect with Krishna, to get darshan of him. That's the whole point of chanting Hare Krishna. The first gate is called the externals, the fundamentals. Okay? So you can see how nicely he's sitting, this devotee. Posture is very important. Was posture important to Prabhupada?
No.
Have you heard Prabhupada's japa tape? Have you heard the recording of Prabhupada doing japa? You've heard it? Have you heard it?
Yep.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Very beautiful. In that japa tape, Prabhupada interrupts his own japa twice. To give a
Properly.
very important message. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Say it properly. Have you heard that? Listen, you've heard it, right, Mataji? Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Say it properly. Oh, okay, Prabhupada. And he sits. The guy was sitting like this. If it wasn't important, he would not have interrupted his japa. He insisted, and if you look at videos of Prabhupada, he always, even he's elderly gentleman, he sits up straight. He always sat up straight. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, have you seen slouching? No. Always sit up straight. If you can sit up straight and your spine is not done a microfracture, you should sit up straight. Posture is very important. If you come to my house and to talk to me, you have to open your heart to me, and my body language shows I'm not interested in talking to you. I'm looking somewhere else. I'm sitting like this. You're sitting there. I'm looking something like this, playing video game or something. My body, I will say, yeah, keep talking. But my body language tells I don't care what you say. Posture is a message to the person you're talking to, isn't it? You don't need to say anything. You don't need to say I'm not interested. Your posture says everything. So when you sit up straight, now you come, I put everything aside, I sit up straight, squarely. Tell me, open stance, not like this, open stance. This means I'm defending. This means open. So our posture, body language tells a lot. You see? So when we sit proper, like Prabhupada said, it tells Krishna, my Lord, I am interested in focusing on you. I'm interested in aligning my body so it's nice energy flowing. See? There was once a man who was very sad, very depressed. He was bent over like this. And he goes to the doctor, the psychiatrist, and says, like this, Doc, I'm just so depressed. I can't come out of this doldrum. I can't function. I'm just so sad. So the psychiatrist, he also bent over like this. For 2 minutes, he didn't move. And the guy's wondering, why is the doctor being so weird? And after 2 minutes, the doctor looks up and says, it works. What do you mean it works? I'm also feeling sad now. You see? Our mood can affect our posture, but our posture also affects our mood. Even if you're feeling down, but you sit up straight, you won't feel down after too long. You'll convince yourself there's no need. A posture can convince our mind to be focused. It works all the time. That's why I say sit up. When teacher says, sit up, kids. They do sit up and it does work. The focus does work if they sit up. Posture is important, say properly. Okay. Remember, this is a very external thing. There is no rule that says you have to sit properly. But it is very conducive. See? Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva. Niyamita, there is no rule. There are no hard and fast rules. But certain things really help. Next one is pronunciation. Pronounce all the syllables. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Very clearly. When you call somebody, you call them nicely with clarity. Chanting the name of Krishna. Enjoy the sweetness of his name. At least call Krishna's name. Don't call some other name. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. No. Hare Krishna, not here, kitty, kitty. But sometimes people are sleeping and slurring. Hey mama, mama, hey. No. Hare Rama. Don't slur it. Don't make it a blur. Hare Rama, Hare, like that, I've heard these things. It's hilarious. But it's important. It shows that we are interested. It shows that we care. We only need to prove to Krishna one thing. We only need to prove to Krishna that I am interested in you, my Lord. He will do the rest. If we can convince Krishna, I'm interested in you, he will do everything. But he's not convinced we're interested because everything we do doesn't prove it. You see, we've come so close to Krishna, and yet we're missing the opportunity because of the little silly things like this. Okay? So posture, pronunciation, sit in a clean place, wake up early, these are external things. They're optional, but they really help. So do them. That's the first gate. Second gate, controlling the mind, very difficult, isn't it? This is the hardest one. But how we're going to go about it is we're going to, first, before we start chanting, remind ourselves, I know what Krishna's name is. It's not different from Krishna. When I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is sitting here. We remind ourselves, we know it theoretically, but we remind ourselves, be aware of this. When we engage and clarify and realign our intellect on the identity of the holy names, then the second gate, which is the mind and intelligence, that opens up. It aligns to Krishna. Otherwise, we're thinking of so many things. Sometimes we're thinking that, it's impossible to control the mind. Mind just runs off. There's nothing I can do. Chanchalahi mana Krishna parmati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayur eva sadushkaram. Arjuna says it's more difficult than controlling the wind. Vayur eva sadushkaram. But I'm going to prove to all of you right now that you can control your minds. Okay, we're going to do an experiment. Okay, so follow me. Sit up straight and close your eyes. Okay, focus, and we're doing meditation. Really short one, 1 minute. Okay, close your eyes and listen carefully to me, okay? Imagine you're in your home, in your kitchen. And you walk toward the refrigerator. You open the refrigerator door. And you see a carton of juice, your favorite juice. You take it out. Close the fridge. And then you find a glass. And you pour half a glass of that juice. And then you close the carton. You open the fridge again. The little light comes on in the fridge. And you put the carton back in the fridge and you close the fridge. And then you walk toward your glass of juice. Okay, open your eyes now. You can back to this room. How many did not see the juice? You didn't see any juice, Mataji? What did you see?
I did not think about that.
What did you see? Nothing.
I did not think about what you were saying.
Okay, did you?
I was.
You were thinking about something else?
Krishna, so.
Oh, you think of Krishna. Okay, that's very good. But everybody else saw the juice. Yeah, I'll talk to you later after the class. You should learn to pay attention. You saw it. You just proved to yourself how easy it is to control your mind. You just guided it. It wasn't that hard, especially when you're something like juice, like. So Krishna's name is the ras, juice. Now it's a ras. You just guide your mind. You just prove to yourself you can do it. It's not that hard. So just remind ourselves, Krishna's name is here. He's so beautiful. Just focus for now. Your mind goes somewhere else, come back again. Bring it back. Remember this juice experiment. And remind yourself, this is not that hard. But this is the point. You want to make sure your mind is clearly aligned. Intelligence understands what is going on, because we want to prove to Krishna one thing only, that we are interested. It's the only thing we want to prove. We are interested. That's it. Okay. Now the third gate is a little bit beyond the intellect. It's called the heartfelt emotions, the feelings. Remember, emotions are stronger than our intellect, because when our emotions take over, the intellect goes out the window. So we want to open our feelings before the Lord. Anybody here love Krishna? Yes, very good. Anybody here has achieved love of Krishna? Except for her, she has achieved it. No, because we know we want to achieve it. Love is actually a very lofty goal. To be truly in love with somebody, like to be truly in love with Krishna, means you can't think of anything else, you're completely mad. That's actually our goal, isn't it? We're so absorbed, everything we do is for Krishna. We have zero selfishness. So we know we want that. So our loving feelings we can't just say, okay, let's now saturate my heart with loving feelings. It's not easy to do. In fact, it's impossible. However, we can fill our hearts with love-adjacent feelings that are stepping stones to real love. I'll give you some examples. Gratitude. Gratitude is very easy. To thank Krishna profusely, feelingly. Krishna, you're so kind. I could have been somewhere else right now. But because of Prabhupada's mercy, oh, you're so kind. There's 1,000,001 things to be truly grateful to Krishna for. Isn't it? Why can't we saturate our hearts with that? Then we start moving up the staircase to love. Another one is appreciation. We can appreciate Krishna's beauty. We can appreciate his brilliance in designing things. Yes, look at your hand. Wow, look at this. Like, you know how hard it is to design this robotically? Krishna is just like amazing. If something happens here, he gets healed. Wow, just appreciating everything you're doing. It's kind of gratitude, kind of appreciation. Another very strong emotion that we can easily reach is remorse. You're remorseful for having wasted your life. You're remorseful for not being fully there yesterday, even today. I'm remorseful that I don't have taste for your holy name. Durdevam idrisham iha jani nanuraga. I have no taste, even though there's no hard and fast rules, but I have no taste. That's a remorse, isn't it? That's a remorseful prayer. Who is teaching us how to pray like that? Durdevam idrisham. Who's speaking this? Yes, the Lord himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord himself in the guise of a devotee, in the mood of a devotee, he is expressing this remorse. Because this remorse brings us very quickly to love. He's giving us clues. We can be remorseful genuinely. So if you can grab onto remorse, grab onto gratitude, bring it in, embrace it, let the tears pour. Don't you show anybody tears. You just do it in your own corner of house. Let the tears pour in front of the Lord. Krishna says, anybody cries for me, I'm purchased by them. He says in Adi Purana. Now, we have to go through the gates in this order, okay? Like the Gopurams. The fourth gate is very different. The fourth gate, you reach it, the handle is no handle. It's on the other side. The handle for the gate is on the other side. We have no control over it. Zero. The others we have control over. We can choose to do these or not. But the fourth gate we have no control over. That is the gate of what? Mercy. That's right. Exactly right. It's a gate of mercy. Because we're waiting for him to show us his mercy. Now, what makes us eligible to ask for his mercy? The fact that we have done everything else. You see, I cannot knock on the fourth gate if I haven't gone through the first three. I'm not even eligible. Krishna is like, what right do you have to knock here? Did you do the first three? But if we do the first three, say, my Lord, I've given you everything I have. I've given you my body, my posture, my pronunciation, my clarity, my understanding, my mind, my intelligence, my heartfelt feelings. I have nothing more to give you. Please, now you give me your mercy. Let me understand you. Let me really connect with you. And then with that feeling, with tears down your eyes, and then you chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Now, do you think this japa is way better than what you're doing normally? Isn't it? Do you think you'll save more time by doing the crummy japa? It's the same amount of time. Might as well do it properly. You're not going to save more time. So do it properly. In fact, it'll take you less time because you're focused. And it'll come out cleanly. Everyone is eligible to approach the Lord for his mercy. Everybody. There's nobody is ineligible. But we make ourselves more receptive by first giving everything we have got to reach this fourth gate. Then we wait at the gate. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. Utsaha means with great enthusiasm we do all these things. Nishchaya means with great determination we do all these things. And then when we reach here we have to employ Dhairya, which means patience. We patiently wait for the mercy of the Lord. There's a famous verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam that talks about waiting for the mercy of the Lord. Tatte anukampam susamikshamano punjan evatma kritam vipakam hrid bhagvapurbhir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhag. That the person who while suffering the results of their karma and offering you full namaskar, full obeisances with hrid vag vapur, with the heart, with your words, and with the body. That person, even while suffering, doesn't complain, and he waits patiently for your mercy. Tatte anukampa. Anukampa means mercy. Mercy. That person becomes eligible, and he gets a ticket. It becomes a rightful claim to go back to Godhead, to practice bhakti. Now there are many words for mercy in Sanskrit. Daya, Karuna, Kripa, Kshama. Kshama means forgiveness, but very, very close. And Anukampa. Anukampa is a unique form of mercy. Anukampa. Kampa means kampana, trembling. Anu means following. What does it mean, trembling, following? Means, suppose you are going through some pain. You're just emotionally upset, something. It's like someone told you told you off, and you're very upset and you're trembling. And then I come and sit next to you. And then you explain to me what I also start trembling, because we are very close. I feel your pain. And from that point, from that resonance, then I help you out. That is called Anukampa. So Krishna comes so close to us that he literally feels our pain, even if it's a very shallow thing. See, our pains are very trivial compared to the big things of the world, but still he comes to a level and he resonates. He does kampana with us. He feels our pain. He cries with us. And then from that vantage point, he understands us and he gives us mercy. It's called Anukampa. Amazing, isn't it? Krishna is so amazing. Tatte Anukampa, Susamikshama. So we wait for that level of mercy. We wait patiently. But we are not eligible to wait until we're doing those other three things. Hrid vag vapur bhir vidadhan namaste. We offer with a full heart pranam to Krishna. With our words, everything we say is directed to serving Krishna. And vapur, our whole body, means everything we do is directed only to Krishna. Then only can we wait for his anukampa. So this is not a trivial matter to be saying, please give me mercy. No. We are not eligible. But what makes us eligible? We give everything we have. And then we tell the Lord, my Lord, I'm coming to you, but I'm not alone. When we offer obeisances in the temple, in front of the deity, have you noticed? Devotees offer obeisances. They chant something. What do they chant? They recite something.
They ask for mercy of Guru.
No. They recite something. You're close. But what do they recite? No. Vancha kalpata with each other. Yes. In front of the deity, what do they recite? If you watch them carefully, they will chant Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, and they'll recite the name of their spiritual master loudly. That is required. Those who are initiated are trained for this. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, and the name of spiritual master, or you can say Prabhupada's name. Why do they not say the deity's name?
Because they're showing gratitude towards their Guru. Because
No.
of Guru, they could
Yes. They are telling the deity, I'm here in front of you.
because of my Guru.
Please accept me, not because of my own merit, but because I'm with him. That is my only qualification is because I've taken shelter of him and somehow he's kept me. Therefore, please take me, not on my own credit. I have nothing. I am not even eligible to be in front of you, my Lord. Isn't it sweet? That's why they chant this. My Lord, this is called humility. My Lord, I'm not even qualified to be in this temple. But because Prabhupada is here, I'm saying his name, so please you also accept me. So sweet. So that is what makes us eligible, that we go with the humble approach, we accept his system of accepting a spiritual master, and we then give everything we've got. Then we can knock on the door. And you'll find when you reach that door, the door is already open. See? Because Krishna is ocean of mercy. So Prabhupada says, if you simply follow these principles, success is guaranteed. Seva, sadhana, swadhyaya, sadachar, sangha, these things. You should recognize their interdependence. Together they create a holistic framework for advancing Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said if you simply follow, it's guaranteed. So we want to encourage all the devotees here, at least take one practical step in each of these areas this week. Think deeply of what we do. Every little thing is so full of nectar. Every word. Sanskrit is amazing. It's coming from Krishna. It's sweet. If you read Prabhupada's books, all these things are there. We don't need to go anywhere else. Prabhupada's books is everything. So, thank you all very much for your kind attention and your valuable time. It's a genuine pleasure to be here with all of you. I hope you enjoyed this little class. Just a summary. You already know all these things, nothing new for you. I just kind of put it together. So, anybody have any comments or questions? We can have a few minutes of that, if that's okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes.
So probably one comment, I'm doing Bhakti Shastri and a lot of the talk immediately summarizes or the things which are in Nectar of Instructions and Isha Upanishad and all that. I mean, this is very, very nice summary of what we are learning. So it reminds me that, one should go back and keep reading those again and again. It's not that one time reading is enough. No?
Yes. Yeah, there's no end to this. Like I was saying, right? We have to memorize these verses. You can't memorize them in one reading. And when you memorize them, then you take apart each word. And then you meditate on it, and then you see how it applies in our life, and then you see Krishna's hand in your life, and you go back to the same verses. You can imagine how many times you have to read it to come to this level of understanding. There's no end. There's so many verses. The Gita itself is endless. Nobody can say, I've finished reading Gita. You cannot finish. It's not possible. Even something like Nectar of Instruction has only 11 verses, but we cannot finish it because there's so much depth in them. I did a Nectar of Instruction course, and I'm spending many hours on it, like 10 sessions or something like that. It's there. We put it on YouTube. This whole series, the same way I broke it down, and I just felt like scratch the surface. Barely get into it because it's so much. But Nectar of Instruction is powerful because it's very practical. It tells you what to do. It removes a lot of confusion in daily application of Krishna consciousness, especially in our modern life here in Dallas in 2025. It's completely relevant. So it's nice that we have to study, there's no question. It's not just so that we can prove that we can memorize things. There's a lot of nectar in it. You feel joy when the light bulb goes off. And then when you explain it to somebody else and you see their light bulb goes off and them smiling, there's no feeling like it. Not only that, that's Krishna rewarding you. In the 18th chapter, Krishna says, there's nobody in this world who's more dear to me than one who explains Bhagavad Gita to the other devotees. And the next verse, he says what, He says, and in the future, there never will be any devotee who will be more dear to me. In fact, he's saying, this has never changed. I'm not changing my mind on this. He says 2 verses, amazing. And don't think you'll ever, no. The preacher of the Gita is the most dear to me. So we should all become preachers of the Gita because we want to be in the top tier, dear to Krishna. And that's the best way to learn. When you try to explain it to somebody, it's the best way to learn. So I encourage all devotees to read in such a way that tomorrow they have to explain what they read, like to a 5th grader. If you can explain to a 5th grader, then you're smarter than a 5th grader. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Doesn't matter. Explain it, and you'll get better at it. Krishna will be very pleased. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class. I really loved it. Just didn't realize the time went by. So I have a comment and a question. The comment is, I love the explanation of Anukampa. I don't think I'll forget the word Anukampa again and see Krishna trembling. So it gave me a lot of hope to where I want to go. And the question is, you had different mudras for different sevas and so is that something which
No.
depicts that? Or
No, that's just something I thought would line up very nicely. These are the different ones. Sadachar, Sangha, Swadhyaya. I just found these mudras, I thought they kind of gelled well with the message. But they're kind of cool. I don't think this has anything with sadhana, but whatever. I put them over here. I thought it looks nice.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. I'm going to say goodbye to all the devotees online as well. Thank you, dear devotees online, for joining. We hope to see you again soon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Shiva.
Jai.